Three, two, one. Okay, I was kind of a little bit on time a little bit, but what's going on, people? Welcome back to another awesome video, and I want to try something out here. I hope it does work. I'm hoping so. We're gonna try something, an idea I thought of, I think sometime like a few days ago, give or take, something like that. But I thought of this idea to do a tier list live, do like a ranking thing, if you will. And don't worry, we'll do top 10, we'll still do stuff like that. But there's something different about doing a tier list versus a top 10 list. I don't know. Sometimes there's weird, like, not guidelines, but a weird like gray area of like, I don't know. Not the point. Point I want to do is, so I thought about doing this I remember some people suggesting this as an idea as a video, because I have someone that I know named Mark Spark. He gave me the idea to do, Disney movies like during a specific era. And I thought to myself, how would I show the tier list during that sequence? I was like, it might be difficult. I feel like it'd be like a lot of back and forth, cutting back and forth, cut of me doing it this way and you drag this or whatever. But I don't know if I'd be able to do that on a mobile device here. And then I don't know if I can really show this really well on a computer. So after the Muppets Haunted Mansion video, I saw underneath my little stream bar, there is a shared screen button, and that we could share my screen. And so I thought, let's share my screen and we will react and rank the different movies, and we'll rank whatever. So if this winds up being a really good, successful idea, maybe we'll do more like these. We'll do like live tier rankings and do that for fun, because I kind of did some a little bit off screen. And I was like, I would wonder how this would look like during a live stream, especially since, again, you go back to that Muppets Haunted Mansion stream. There was like a lot of moments we can kind of cut back to sharing my screen and things like that. So I liked that. I thought that was fun. I thought it was kind of neat. I thought it was interesting. So I want to see if that works today. And if there's a way we can make that work today, then we will do so. And I can look at the tier list. So I haven't set it up yet. I want to set up just a few other things before we get started. And I will say this, that I still have a few other things to do after this stream, because I tried getting a hold of, which I'm not going to go into too many details, but I tried getting a hold of the IRS about some stuff, but it's about some personal things, about some other stuff. And I found myself a little frustrated because I was like, I kept just giving me the, what you would call it, the whatever the I don't know what it's called, but like the thing where it's like, press 1 for this, press 2 for this. If you want this, press this. If you're looking to do this, press this. If you're looking to do this, press 4. If you're looking for a middle finger, press 5. And I'm like, just give me a person so I can address this better, because I don't know what department I'm looking for. I'm looking to be like, hey, can I speak to someone? Direct me to that person, and then tell me, hey, you're in the wrong department. Let me dial you to the next person. I'm like, God, like, I feel like sometimes there is a old stand-up comedy bit that Robin Williams did years ago, where he was talking about customer service, and he was like, just let me talk to a person. Yes, you're a person. Who are you? Oh my goodness, I'm talking to an actual person. So sometimes it feels like that in my brain whenever I'm like just sitting here with a an automated response, or an automated like representative voice box thingy-mabobber, and I'm just like, just give me someone. Like, come on, just give me like an actual person I can speak to that can maybe help me better than just hearing a computer, So we're gonna do this in just a second here. And then also there was something else I was going to mention. I totally just completely forgot, but that is okay. That is mighty fine. Let me see. Maybe if I scroll a little bit, I might remind myself or refresh myself. Maybe. No. No, I don't remember. I don't know. But good to see you again, Tom. Oh, that's it. That's the other thing I want to mention was I apologize about the last stream, guys, because for whatever reason, the PlayStation just crashed and cut on me during Rivals. I was like, what just happened? It just randomly just did it. I don't know what it was. I don't know what caused it. And it just happened. I'm just like, can we report a problem here? Because that would be great. So I'm sorry for all of you. And actually, you know what? What I will do before we get into the ranking and the tier list and all that stuff, I want to go to the actual stream. So let's go to that stream for a minute. And I want to give you guys shout outs because Jesus, let's be careful with that. I'm going to give you guys shout outs for all of you that tuned in that stream here, the Rivals stream. So I want to shout out to all of you that at least came in. And if you guys want to get shout outs during streams, just, pop in on the chat and say hi. It doesn't have to be anything major. It could just be like a simple hi. If you want to do like ask questions, engage with the chat, whatever it is, like I'm down, I'm game. So we had people like Breaking Beast showed up. We had Tom showed up. We had Mage Wolf showed up. Ninja Wolf showed up, and who else was there? And actually, thank you to Mage for showing up and playing with me. That was great. We had a good. That was cool. It was cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's pretty good. I want to make sure I had everyone. I think that was pretty much everybody for the most part. But like I said, if you want to be featured, you want to get shout outs, then just, come on by and say hi. Don't be shy. It's okay. So let me see here a quick second. I think that was all I wanted to address. So let's try and share my screen and then let me know if it works, and if it doesn't work, Tom, let me know. I'd appreciate that very much. Let me see. Let me know if you can see it now. That actually means I'd have to have my chat right here. Do you see it? Okay. So far it looks like everything's working fine. So here's the interesting thing, and here's the challenge here. Not really a challenge, but the thought is that I have done this unprepared. This is unscripted and everything. So I literally just selected as, hey, give me a horror movie list, tier list. That's what we're going for today. And so, one last final thing. I promise that's it. Is I hope that this stream turns out really, really bright, because I put my strobe light on and super bright, because the last 2 times I did this, it was like very dull, which makes no sense to me because I had it on bright, but yet when you go back and rewatch it, it's weird that you don't see the actual strobe light. And I was like, that makes no sense to me, because I was like right face fronting it, but whatever. But anyways, so back to here. This is unscripted, unprompted. I have not seen any of these tier lists whatsoever. So you guys could pick the list, and then we'll go down through what movies will be on here and what ones how we'll rank them. We'll do like obviously best to worst. You know what I mean? That's how a tier list usually works. Is you pick your favorites, you pick your whatever ones, and then you do that. So that's the idea with this. So which do you think would be the best? And ignore any stupid ads or anything like that are popping up. So I apologize. But pick whichever one you guys would think is best. I think that's all the one we have. First one. Well, the first one is technically horror games. So I don't know. Famous horror movies. Not horror movie. That's the thing. So I guess it'd just be the obvious one, which is a long list of movies of horror. So I'm hoping this has, some obvious ones and maybe some not some obvious ones, but I'm guessing this is the one we'll go with because I honestly don't know. Unless that's horror games. So yeah, I guess that's really it. Okay. So, and then feel free to leave your guys' thoughts, how you guys would if you were to rank these horror movies, or how, give me your favorite horror movies in the comments. Start, spreading the word. Maybe get what are your favorite scary movies, your favorite movies to watch on Halloween, horror movies, whatever it is, all that great jazz. Anything that you would change differently. We don't have to have the same opinion here. So what the fuck? This is worded differently. So can we change? Yeah, let's change the rows here, because I don't know this. So there's usually a S tier. So we'll change that to S tier. Can I do that? Can I do it? Okay, it'll just do it like that. Cool. So we're gonna change things up. Feel free to leave. Also, if you guys have any questions, do so as well. A tier. Hold on. So there's an A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. We'll probably do like an E and F, I guess. I don't know. I don't. The weird thing with tier lists for me is with E's, with like the letter E, it's just like they might as well just be an F. I don't know. Like sometimes I use E tiers, but I kind of don't really take them that like I don't know. I don't know. Like this is why ranking and doing tier lists are very like a different breed of things. Hey yo, no, get out of here. Boo. Go away. I say go away. Thank you. Sorry about that. So B tier, we'll do C tier. And I have not seen the list of movies, so this should be interesting. D tier. I think we might just skip E tier and just go to F tier just for now. Even though the tier lists I've done before, I've kept the E tier. Let's see. Settings. Let's add a row. Let's add a row below. So we want F tier, of course. Let's change the color on it because I want it to be different. Let's give it I don't know, black. I don't know. Just because why not F tier? And then okay. Oh, damn, you can't even see it. Okay, change it back to a gray. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, hold on. You know what? One last thing. B for blue. Yay. Okay. All right, so we're going to go down the list of all of these, and this should be interesting. Okay. All right. So so bear warning here. Some of these I might not know, and some of these I do recognize. But you know what? Let's not spoil the lists here. So yeah. I'm laggy a bit. Okay. Let me try it this way. Does it look any different now? It might be laggy because of my computer, so I do apologize if that's the case. Okay, I'm better over here. All right, so I'm gonna have to keep flipping back and forth from my actual like camera here to the actual tab. So do bear in mind it will get laggy. So I know that for a fact. So I'm looking at just for now, I'm gonna use the YouTube camera just to look at and view the movie. And then when we add it to the list, I'll go to the tab and then put it in there and all that just stuff. So we will do that. But 1922, I know nothing of. So maybe an E tier actually would be better. Actually, you know what? E tier could be for the movies I have not seen and I have no like opinion on. So I will maybe do that perhaps. So I'm gonna do that real quick actually. That might have been a great idea. So let's add a row below. We'll change it to like a pink maybe, and we'll do, oh no, I don't want to do that. No. That's for D tier. D tier would be like a yellow, or no, it's a green. I don't remember. Now we change this to a pink, and it'll be an E tier. You know what? Here, I got an idea. Ready? E tier. Just for E. There. E. So, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't know what's on this list. I have no idea what movies are on this list, so I will see. All I know is that there are 116 or 17, so we will see what comes up. But we're looking at the first row, and right out the gate, I don't know what 1922 is. I know it's a Netflix one, but I've never seen it. But TV Virist, if you have any movies you want to mention, like you have any favorite movies of yours that you like to watch that are horror, Halloween, spooky, whatever it is, anything you want to converse and commentate during all this, feel free to leave it in the chat, comments, questions, concerns, all the great stuff, and more. So, yeah, I hate to say it. I don't have anything on 1922. E tier is literally just going to be the ones that I have not seen. So I have nothing. I can't commentate on them or comment on them. Another one. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this because I was able to share my screen during the Muppets Haunted Mansion. So I was like, ooh, I can do this for like tier lists and for other ideas. So let's try this out, see if this works. But The Babysitter, I feel like I've heard of, but I know nothing on. So sorry, not sorry. Ooh, that's the Blair Witch. Ooh, so they're all in Spanish, or most of these are in Spanish. Interesting. That's Can I change? I can't change up the posters' names. Damn it. Okay. I can't. All right. I don't want to look any further. No spoilers. I don't want to spoil myself. Blair Witch. So Blair Witch, it's an interesting thing that I have with Blair Witch is that I haven't fully seen the Blair Witch. I've seen parts of the Blair Witch. I know it's found footage. I know it's beloved. I know it's iconic. I know it has like a following. Like a lot of people like this, and not a lot of people are fans of found footage, but this one launched the genre of found footage and the idea of like, did the actually like the idea I remember watching in like there was a video or there was a show I was watching about like the shows that made us or like the movies that made us or something. They went into Blair Witch and there was like stuff in the 90s. And then when it mentioned the Blair Witch Project, there was this thought of like, it was found footage, and for the premiere of it, none of the actors made it because it kept the suspense of like, did they make it out alive? Like they played upon the idea. It was really creepy. So even if you don't like found footage, it launched it in a way that was interesting and very different. So I know it's a good movie, but I haven't fully seen it. That's the problem. I know it's big culture impact, though. So I think for culture impact's sake, I'm going to put it, I think, at least in C tier. Nope, at least in C tier. Because the reason why I say C tier is because if I had already seen this movie beginning to end, then I can comment and say, all right, I can move it up a bit, or maybe move it up one or something. I think that's fair. I think C is a fair option. I think personally. I have no idea what the heck this is because like some of these again are Spanish, so I don't know what is. Actually, you know what? Let's look it up. Instead of being stupid, let's look it up. Let me see here real quick. Give me a sec. What does that mean in Spanish? English. Let's see. What does it mean? Oh, it's just witch. Okay, but I've never heard of that movie then. Sorry, not sorry. I'll put you back there. Casa Celerita. Actually, no, I might as well keep this tab up. Right? Casa de Celerita. All right. So a home of maybe the dead, but that doesn't sound right. Casa de Seria in English, I think. Unless that's the actual title. Right? Casa de Seria? Casa de Seria. The House of Wax. Oh, this might be the remake then. Okay, I've never seen the remake, so I will at least put you at a high E tier because I know the original House of Wax, and I know people like the original. Not the original. I know people like the original House of Wax. I know people like the remake, so I'll put you at a high E tier. Also, Babysitter, I'm gonna move. So, I can't tell what the fuck that says. So I'm sorry. I'm definitely gonna, put you, I think, here. E tier. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so next would be, I know what this movie is, I think, but I don't know what it's called. So, Epidente. Wait. Right? Am I spelling that right? Dade. Today. Wait, today. Wait. Entity. Okay. Never heard of Entity. But it looks familiar. So I am not sure about that one. Yeah. I'm going to put you here. Actually, I'll put you right there. That seems fair. Another one? Probably a sequel. Gonna go right behind it. That's fine. Is that Primal? Is that with Idris Elba? I think that is. Hold on. Fera. That's Fera. No. Fera. Primal, right? Beast. Primal. Same thing. Close enough. I heard about this one. This came out last year, or I think in 2023. I think. Yeah. I remember hearing about this one. So I can't comment on this one because I don't know. But I will at least give it a fair shot. I think I'll give it a fair shot, and I think I'll move it. I'll give it a fair shot. I do like Idris Elba. I don't know much about it, so I'll put it here for now. I think that's fair. I know that makes no sense, but I'm at least put it there. Just to be fair. What's next after that? Actually, let me scroll because I can't see. That is The Nun, I think that is, right? I think that's The Nun right here. I think. Yeah, that's The Nun. I recognize this. I'm not crazy about a lot of the later movies. Like there was a period from like 2015, 2016, and then like 2018, there were like horror movies that I just did not vibe with. And I think The Nun was one I just was like, it just feels stereotype. It just feels cliche. But the thing is, I didn't see it. That's the funny part. But in my mind, my little brain, I was like, not interested. I never was interested in it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the right demographic for it. Maybe I'm not the right fan base for it. I don't know. But hold on. What do I do? I have to like do some of these. I know that. So okay, some of these are kind of obvious. Like that is Evil Dead. That is something else. I forgot what that is called. That is Happy Death Day. That is something else. That is Fantasy Island. That is, of course, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like some of these are obvious to me because, like, just by judging the poster, and even Candyman. This is a remake, Candyman. So I have not seen the remake of this. But let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I might, and also please excuse myself because I am not the best at probably pronouncing this stuff at the moment. Morte. Hour of Your Death. Okay. Never heard of. Sorry, not sorry again. But that does sound really cool. I will admit that. I will put you at high E tier. You sound cool. Even though I have no idea of these movies, I've never seen this row right here. I will give you all credit. You guys see my mouse? Okay, you guys do see my mouse. Great. Cool. Oh, The Babysitter is a parody. Oh, well, it gives me like 80s vibes, so I think that's interesting. It's very interesting. So, anyways, let's see. Of course, Nightmare on Elm Street. Of course, iconic. It's one of a kind. Not one of a kind, but it was a one of a kind back in the 80s, but Oh my god. I mean, come on. I think it's obvious, guys. I think it's pretty obvious to me. It's pretty obvious. We gotta put it at S tier. Gotta. It's just iconic. It's a great one. It's a good one for sure. Like an iconic horror character like Freddy Krueger, and you have just that was one of the infamous slasher movies. So you got to. You just got to. You got to. Fantasy Island. I feel like we went over at one point, if I remember correctly. So I'm putting you here. I remember talking about you at some point, one way or another. Yeah, you weren't good. You were. I think that's supposed to be Fantasy Island, because I remember something about. I remember having this on one of my lists, one of my top 10 worst lists. And I was like, great, another horror movie. I was like, there's so many fucking horror movies that come on my list each year. Like, I kid you not, go through all my worst movies of each year list. You're going to find horror movies. And don't get me wrong, there are some good ones, but there's always so many every year. Like, I had at least like 4 or 5 each year. I guarantee it. Go back and check those out after this stream. I recommend it. Seriously, please do. And you guys will seriously see it. And I guarantee you, this year will have some movies too. I'm guaranteeing it. This year's worst movies of 2025 is going to have some horror movies. I'm guaranteeing it. There's going to be so many bad ones that I'm just like, I didn't bother wanting to go see, and I could care less about because these sound so stupid. Anyways, Candyman. This is the remake. So I didn't see the remake. I wanted to. I was excited for the remake, and I think it has like Yahya Abdul Mateen II, and I think is there Kiki? No, there's no Kiki Palmer. There's someone else in there. I don't remember, but I will say this: that I will at least put it at a high E tier because I do like Candyman. I don't know anything about the remake if it's any good, but I will put it at high E tier. The Corona. I feel like I received the Corona. Hold on, is that right? That can't be right. The Corona. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, okay, that doesn't seem right. The Corona. The Weeper. I don't know. I might be a little off on these, but that's okay. Let's see. So I'll put you at. Put you here, and actually I'll put 1922 over here instead. I'll do that. I forgot which one this is. There's 2 here I'm looking at that I think it's either this poster or it's the red poster that is the Evil Dead remake. I don't remember which one it was. Both look similar to me. That's why I was like, I don't remember. I don't remember. Who members? You remember? You remember? Yeah, you remember. Stinky, you remember? You don't remember. You don't remember. He don't remember. He don't remember anything. He don't remember shit. He don't remember anything. He don't remember nothing. You don't remember. Remember. You remember. We remember. Anyways, give me a second here, people. I'm thinking. I'll have to look that up in a second, but let me see. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. You remember? You remember? Remember? I remember. You remember? We all remember. Anyways, let me look it up. I think one of those is Evil Dead. I think the one I'm staring at is the Evil Dead. I think. Let me check. I think it is. Let me look it up. So let's see. So that is. ALU Ciente. ALU Alucin. Ente. That's not Evil Dead? Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. Let's try just putting in regular Spanish, maybe. Because I'm reading it as Portugal. Portuguese, I should say, I meant. Excuse me. Slavic, no. Sundanese, no. Spanish, there it is. No, that's not right at all. What? All right. I'm guessing the red one has to be Ash, the Evil Dead remake. I'm guessing, but I've not seen neither. Either way. Hey, Brandon, feel free to leave whatever you like in the chat. We're doing a this is me reacting live, like real time reacting to whatever movies are gonna be on this ranking tier list. So I have no idea what the roster contains of, but there are 100+ movies here. And feel free if you have any movies you like, you want to mention that are horror or Halloween related, then just feel free or leave whatever you like in the chat. Figure to try this out. This might be cool. So I'm gonna put both of those, I think, at E tier for now. At least here, I think we'll do that, and then you will go there. One of you is the Evil Dead remake. I don't remember which one, but it's one of you, because both of you look very Evil Dead-like. Now this one I recognize, but I don't know the actual name of it. I don't know the actual name, so I think I know this one, but I don't know it actually. I know this is Happy Death Day. I need to look up that one. I'll see what this one is in English. I feel like it's something. I'd hope it's something. So what did it say? Let me see. I wish I can kind of just like highlight like what's written here, but I can't. Something with the demon. I don't know. I feel like I recognize that Muerte. That's not. Well, no, it's not. I know that has to do with something with the demon. Demon. And I want to make sure I'm spelling this right. I know it's still demon, but I just want to make sure it's spelled correctly. Because I don't want to, like, I don't know. Hey, essence. Let's see. ASCN. ASCN. No. Okay, I know what this is now. No. Okay. Evil Dead Ascension. Okay. Evil Dead Ascension. Okay. I was like, I recognize this poster, and I was like, wait, and I was like, okay. This ought to be good. So I've not seen this one, but I heard it was not great, or maybe I'm wrong. But I heard like at least Jeremy Johns, who I follow, wasn't a crazy fan of it. So I think I'll put it maybe here. Actually, maybe above you. Yeah, that's fine. And then we go back down. And this is Happy Death Day. Actually, no, I don't want to keep spoiling it. Don't want to spoil the roster. But anyways, Happy Death Day. I heard about this. I've seen, like, not a lot, but I've seen, some things and bits of it. I will at least do this. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'll put it here. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it one of these days, but I haven't seen Happy Death Day. I don't know. I can just tell that's Happy Death Day. I just know because Happy Death Day has such a not an iconic poster, but it just has like a very, very like obvious one. It's basically, it does the whole thing of like a Groundhog Day situation. You keep repeating the same day because you keep dying on the same day. Yeah, Happy Death Day. Yep, I knew it. I knew it because it had the cake. The big thing with this movie was the cake as the poster. But if we go down, I don't know what this one is though, so I'm gonna have to keep looking. Keep on looking, keep on looking, keep on looking. So let me see. Let's do Google Translate. So that was, what does it say? Kieda. Probably pronounced this wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for anyone that's listening. It Remains? No, that can't be It Remains. No. Kieda. Kieda. Maybe that made it change the title. I don't know. That doesn't look like It Remains. The Stay. I was going to say, that makes more sense. I was like, that does not make sense at all to me. Like, It Remains, I recognize it. It Remains, at least. Like, even if I don't know all these movies, or I may have not seen all these movies, I recognize the posters. I know there's a movie called It Remains. I swear there is one. Oh, I'm thinking of It Follows. That's what I'm thinking of. No, there's a movie called It Follows. That's it. Yeah, It Follows. Right? Yes. Okay. I knew there was something. I remember there was like, it was It Follows, or there was a different movie that had. Oh no, I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of something else that had a dog in the poster. Okay, I know what I'm thinking of. All right. The Stay. Never heard of you. Never heard of you. So I can't really commentate on you. So I will put you in E. E. And yes, if you look at my tier list, yes, I wrote E on purpose like that. This one I don't really recognize, so I'm sorry. Ooh. Now we're getting more into it. Now we're kind of slowly creeping in. Some of the classics are creeping and sneaking up on me. Ooh, okay. Alien. Okay. So Alien's an interesting one for me too. I love Alien. I love it. But sometimes I don't think of it as horror. I forget it's a horror movie. Because sometimes to me, what I do with Alien is sometimes I think in my brain it's sci-fi first, then horror, or it's horror first and then sci-fi. But it melds those two really well. And Aliens is more sci-fi, like the action, like an action-packed 80s movie you'd expect, like something like Terminator, or like you have the big guys like, you know, Bill Paxton, all the people that are like 80s, feel like action stars and shit like that and all that. But Alien is technically horror. I just forget it's always considered a horror movie. However, I think it's going to be obvious that it's going to go. I want it at S tier, but I think it's good at being at A tier. Don't get me wrong. Love Alien. Love it. But I feel like it has that. I always forget every time that it's considered a horror movie. And I sometimes forget, like, it's, you know, oh yeah, it is considered this first. Because I still remember from the Great Movie Ride, when that used to be a thing at Hollywood Studios, the previews and the trailers they showed for the promotional material for the movies you're about to go in and see, like Wizard of Oz, Casablanca, and so forth. They had one for Alien, and I always remember the big thing with Alien was no one can hear you and scream. It was like in space, no one can hear you scream. And that was the big thing. And I was like, oh yeah, like, whoa, that was kind of creepy. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Putting it at A tier is fair. Dark Web. Never seen Dark Web. Never seen it at all. Actually, you know what? I've heard of you, so I'll put you right there. All right. God, I know this movie right here. I forget what this one's actually called. Oh, ooh, oh, interesting. Right next to it is Annihilation, and I like Annihilation, but first we gotta go to this puppy right here first. I need to see what you are because I recognize you. I think you are no, you're not Paranormal Activity. You're something else actually. What are you? What are you? Actually, I can't read it. God damn it, the quality on the poster. I can't read the fucking letters of its quality. Heard of you. Never seen you though. Sorry. So I will put you there instead. Annihilation, however, again, this is the same thing with Alien. I forget that this is kind of a horror movie. But I think I almost forgot about Annihilation. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, like, that's a surprise. I was like, I didn't think of this one. I was like, oh, okay. I was expecting like the obvious ones, but now I'm like, ooh, and like some ones that are like kind of creeping up on me. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of creepy. But no, Annihilation is great. It's one of my favorite movies of that year. However, wow, yeah. Now my brain's remembering that movie. It was so weird to me. The ending, I think, is what turns me off. It depends on the way you look at the ending and how you interpret that ending. But the ending of it turns me off because like in one situation, I think if I remember correctly, I haven't seen it in years, but I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, what did I just see with that ending? Because you have Natalie Portman and a few other people like who is it that's in the movie? Give me a second here. Tessa Thompson and some other, scientists and some other like people that are in the field that know how to like kick ass and are kind of smart. They go to rescue Oscar Isaac. But the thing is that there's this creature, this thing that they're looking for. And through the process, they find this like weird like area that they start all of a sudden each one gets infected in some way, shape, or form. Like one of them turns into like I think a dog or a horse or something. I just remember the screams of the one character as she's transforming into this animal and losing her memory of who she actually is and transforming into this beast and transforming into this creature that they have to later kill. And it's like, yo, I can hear the screams a little in my head. And the ending, spoilers in case, but not a big deal. The ending had this weird switch where you saw, I think, Natalie Portman die, but there was this thing that turned into Natalie Portman. And so I think the interpretation was that the alien looks like Natalie Portman now, or that Natalie Portman, I think, came back to life, or she became one with the forest or one with this weird like force field, like weird like village, whatever it was called. I don't know. It was this weird like it had I could picture it. It had an invisible field, and then you go through it, and then eventually everyone got like some shape or form affected by it. Someone even became a tree, I think. It was so weird, but it was cool. It was eerie. I think it was kind of different. And I think, was this done by Denis Villeneuve? I don't remember. Now I'm curious. Annihilation movie. Yeah. Who did it? Alex Garland. Never mind. Okay, Alex Garland. Yeah, it was a forest. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. So Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, Benedict Wong, Oscar Isaac, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Sonoya Mizuo, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, Gina Rodriguez. Yeah, Gina Rodriguez. That's right. So I'm going to I'm going to keep you there. I think that's fair. That's fair enough. I don't want to keep scrolling down because then I'm spoiling myself on what is next. So I want to keep myself entertained and suspensed a bit. I can't tell what you are, but I think you are the movie I'm thinking of. There's a movie that came out in 2016 or 2017 with a dog on the poster, or a silhouette of a dog in a doorway. And it was really eerie. I never saw it, but I know Chris Stuckman talked about it, and I remember going, huh. And then there was like a big thing that there's a spoiler at like the end of it, and I never saw it. But it reminds me of this, but I do not know if this is the movie. I can't tell. The text is so tiny. So I'm gonna move you up here, I think. Actually, yeah, I think this is fair, right? No, can you stop? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Part of me wants to say this is this says Parasite, but I know it's not Parasite because this doesn't look like it at all. There's a cross there, so I'm guessing it's actually, hold on, what does that actually even say? That's a great question. Huh. That looks like Paranormal Activity next to it, but I don't have no idea. Or something with fire. Oh, is that the movie next to it right here? Is this the Stephen King novel? The one fire thing, woman, whatever it's called, I don't remember. But is that the novel, or is that the one Stephen King movie? Oh my god. That is an Playing with Fire? No, Playing with Fire is a different movie. There was another movie. Hold on. Zac Efron was in it. Zac Efron. Let's see. Give me Zac Efron. Iron Claw. Firestarter, maybe. Yeah, that's the one. Firestarter. Is that it, maybe? No, I don't think that is. Actually, maybe not. That might be something else. Can't tell what you are, though. This one right here. I know it's a Netflix movie, but I can't tell because the way it's like the position of the letters, it looks like I'm seeing an F, but I see like an I, so it's like a so I'm thinking APOSTIF. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with putting you. Let's put you. You have a cool poster, so I'll put you here. I'll just do that. It looks like a cool poster. I don't know. I've never seen or heard this movie, but it looks cool. As for you, I'm gonna read you actually, or try and put you have you whatever. Let's see. Rest. I think it says that. Yeah. Erased. I think. Let's see. So it's 2 R's. Raced. I know it's not pronounced raced, but I'm just trying to remember how to pronounce it. Oh, don't tell me it's Drag Me to Hell, because that's not Drag Me to Hell. No, that can't be. Drag Me. Maybe it is, but it doesn't look like it. Pero Inferno. Inferno. Whoops. Oh, Inferno. No, that can't be Drag Me to Hell. No, that's not. Okay, that can't be. I feel like Drag Me to Hell had a different poster. Drag Me to Hell. Oh, yeah. Oh, Drag Me, not Dragged Me. Oh, I guess it is Drag Me to Hell. Okay. I would have not known. Never mind. Let's go. Anyways. Drag Me to Hell is another one I've never seen, but I know of its existence. So I think I don't want to keep putting E.T. here for some of these movies. I don't want to keep doing that. But a lot of these I have not seen, though. Oh my god, I swear, Ryan and Mike are probably looking at me like, for shame. But then again, they probably have not seen these movies either, so. But I will put you at E tier, at least high E tier. Because I think that's great. I think that's fine. Well, E tier is I have never seen. That's the list right there. Is I have never seen. That's what E tier is, Ruben. I don't know. Here. This make you happy? Here. I wanted to keep it in theme, but here. There. That better? That better? Anyways. Scrolling back down. I can't tell what you are, but I feel like I can read it. And I know what you are over here, but I forgot what you're called. It's like Evil Boy or like Witch Boy or something, I think here. Bornote? I think it's Bornote. I'm gonna try it. I think it's Bornote. Bornote. No, I don't think that's right. No, yeah, it's not. Never mind. I'm just gonna put you here. Here you go, there. I think you're Witch Boy. The one I'm looking at with the doll face over there. I think it is Witch Boy. I think it is. I recognize that poster. I recognize posters. Witch Boy. Clarion the Witch Boy. No, not what I'm looking for, but I'm glad that the internet knows that. The Witch Boy. No, it's not it. What are you then? All right, we're going to look it up. So, Museo Danal. And my Espanol might be a little un poquito, a little bit, so it might be a little I might be butchering this, so I apologize. Whoa, let's relax now, guys. Sorry, on my end, like the thing was freaking out. Bonocio. It's Evil Doll, right? It's Evil Doll, right? It's just Evil Doll. Is it really just? It's really just Evil Doll. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I recognize this movie. I recognize Evil Boy or Evil Doll. And then feel free, whatever you like, to leave in the chat there, Ruben. If you have anything, questions, comments, any of your favorite horror movies, or any of your favorite Halloween movies, or anything like that. Oh, my feet. Oh, my feet. My leg. My leg. And I was like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, dude, relax. Relax, guy. But I'm going to move. I'm going to put, I think Evil Boy is going to go. I'm going to at least put it, I think, at, well, I can't, the thing is, I can't say, like, I can't put it any higher because I've never seen it. But I will put it, I think, at a high E tier. Because, like, I've heard about you. I heard of you. So I can say that. Okay, what's next? Oh, I wonder what's next now. God. That's such a weird way to say it in Spanish, I will say. Okay, I guess it makes sense, but that's an interesting Spanish. But Child's Play. I mean, come on. It's obvious. It's again another favorite slasher of mine. But do I put it higher though than Alien? Because Alien's like a masterpiece, really. It's one of those that's really good. Hi, honey. I love you too. I'll see that in a second. I'm gonna leave Child's Play at B tier for a minute, and I'm gonna check that real quick. Okay, let me do that real quick. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do something seriously important. All right. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna put. Actually, let me think here. While I'm taking care of something important, damn it, I like Child's Play a lot. I love it. It's one of those movies that it's just, again, it's iconic. It's an iconic horror movie for me. It's an iconic slasher. You have an iconic character from said slasher movie. And granted, it did give us such over the top sequels and an over the top TV show, but I still love the first movie. And like, I don't know. I do I love it more than I fuck. The thing is, Aliens. Hold on, I'm trying to. Let me retake this. Oh no, that's perfect. Actually, that's great. Good. Good. I don't know why I did it that way, but that's okay. Anywho, Child's Play. Child's Play. That's fine. Thank you at least for stopping in, Brent. I appreciate it a lot. I love you so much, honestly. Just cause I just do. Anyways, as a horror movie goes, I want to put it above it, but part of me is like, I don't. Like, Alien is just one of those that's just it's like it's perfect. You can't like top it. So I think at least Child's Play, I think, will go. I love it. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies, one of my favorite horror movies. But I think if we're going into tier list, I would put it here. But if we did a top 10 list, Child's Play would be like top 5 or top 6 for me. 100%. 100%. It's just up there for me. It just is. The cheese, the sheer, like, the fact that it took itself serious, and it was creative a little bit. Like, a lot of the horror movies back in the day were a lot more creative, I think, if you think about it. Like, you have, again, Freddy, someone that has enters your dreams. You know, Michael Myers, the boogeyman. Like even though he's technically human, but there's something unreal about him. There's something very disturbing about him that he just keeps like coming back. Jason was basically a I don't know. He was, I think you could say it just killed. Like, he was a child, but he wound up being turned into this like crazed psycho that's resurrected from the dead somehow through just craziness or just absurd revenge. Vengeance fueled Jason. That's what it is. Vengeance and revenge fueled the blood that resurrected Jason, you could say. And then you have Chucky, like a serial killer in a doll's body. I don't know. It's good. It's great. Cavalier. Nope. Don't want to keep going down. Oh. Okay. We're getting into the good stuff. Cavalier or Cadaver. What is Cadaver? Cadaver. It's just, really? Am I spelling that right? Cadaver. Or is that Cadaver? Is that really the title of the movie? No, that can't be. Cadaver. Never heard of it. No. Is it really called Cat? Oh, I guess it is called Cadaver. Interesting. Or, oh, it's a Hindi thing. I've never freaking heard of you. But you sound interesting. You look interesting. So I think for interesting and fascination points, I will give it to you and put you at, I think I'll put you, I think above it. I'll go, hold on, scroll up. Put you, let's put you here. Yeah, that's fair, I think. We're doing that. All right, now we go down. Wait, no. I keep forgetting. Don't go too far. Don't want to spoil this. I don't want to spoil the list because I'm live reacting. This is like real time reacting because I don't know what's going to be on this list. I have no idea what's going to be on here. But Carrie, never seen Carrie. I've seen like, I think the remake, and I've seen maybe like the iconic shot of like, oh, the blood dripping down on her or the fake blood, drips down her face, and Carrie's like, I think psychotic, or not psychotic, she's psychic. So I think for iconic reasons, and I think because it is a staple, I'm gonna put it here. Well, actually, no. Actually, yeah, I have no idea about Drag Me to Hell, so I can't say. But scroll down a bit, and I think, is that what I think it is? Queso 39. Queso 39. Let's see. Case 39. Never heard of Case 39. A lot of these I've never heard of, so this is gonna be really rough, but it's okay. You do oppose as mysterious, so I do like that. I'll give you credit for that. I will say I do like you, but I do know you over here. I do know you. Well, I technically have seen the original. I've never seen the remake of Pet Sematary. I don't know if it's any good. Never seen the remake of this, and this came out the same year as It Chapter 2. But I think I personally, in terms of like Stephen King adaptations go, I don't know about the remake. Like, I have no idea how good it is, but I'd say you, because I know this is specifically the remake. If I see the original poster for the original Pet Sematary, then that's a different story. That's a different ordeal. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me. You guys are gonna hate me so much for this. You horror junkies are gonna hate me so fucking much. I've never seen Cloverfield. Hot take, never seen Cloverfield. But I know it's got John Goodman, and there's like a giant thing and all, so I'm gonna put you here. I'm sorry. Shit. Oh my god. Okay. I've never seen Get Out. I've never seen it. I know how big of a deal it is because it's it's Jordan Peele, his directorial debut. Hold on, let me fix this. It's Jordan Peele. It's his directorial debut, but I've never seen this movie. I saw Us, but I've never seen this one. And the thing is, I always try to watch Get Out every year, and I always forget. It's one of those that I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm going to watch it, and I never do. And I'm always like, damn it! I always forget because I always record it and make sure I have it saved, and I never do. It sucks. Which, by the way, speaking of horror, you guys tell what I'm wearing. Anyways, which I do hope. I swear to God, this movie better be in this list. This movie better be in this list right here, please, please. Oh, I'm sorry, Get Out. I'm sorry, Jordan Peele. I'm sorry, Daniel Kaluuya. Christ on a stick, help me. But I'll put you at a high E tier because you are pretty great. I've heard great things about you. Just, I can't. I part of me wants to go based on people saying it's great, but I can't personally say that. I wish I could, but I personally can't. I don't know what you are, though. This is where things are tricky. I've never seen these. This one's obviously Paranormal Activity. I could tell for a fact. I just know because the way it says Paranormus. And I'm like, Paranormal Activity? And I'm like, yeah, baby. Even though I've never seen it, but... Anyways. Let me see. What the hell do you say? I can't even tell. Your quality sucks. So you know what? Due to the lack of quality on the letters going over here, you are bold in my face. I love it. So we're going to see here. Is this like careful for what you wish for or something like that? Is that what it is? Is that what I'm gonna see? Oh, it's not careful. Be careful who you call. Okay. Never heard of. Sorry. Never heard of. God damn it. Never heard of, but I kind of think that is interesting. I'll put you. Fuck it. You go here. I don't care. I'm guessing your spell, so I've never heard of you. But you remind me. This movie reminds me of the movie. It's like 4203 or 4209. It has Samuel Jackson and John Cusack in it, so it kind of gives me that type of weird, mysterious vibe to it. Very mystery vibe in a way. Reminds me of that kind of. If I could share that, that'd be great. Actually, hold on. Let me for a second stop sharing the screen for a sec. Since I'm on my YouTube tab, stop sharing for a second. Let me do some real quick. I'm gonna find it. 42. I think it's 03 or is it 09? No, it's 09. No, it's 07. So it is, right? No? Movie. Let's see. Right? No? Maybe it's 4309, maybe. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking for. I know which movie I'm looking for. Hold up. Let's try Jackson. Not John Travolta. John Goodman. John Cusack. 1408. How the fuck was I so off? It's crazy to me. Let me see. Let's go to here. I'm going to share it. Yes, somehow, I don't know how. Hold on. I don't know how, but somehow I was off. I meant 1408 right here. That's what I was talking about. Yep, that's another Stephen King movie. All right, so we're stop. I'm gonna go back to the tier list. Let's see if it'll work because I might have messed it up. I'm not sure. Let's see. Survey says. Yeah, I might have messed it up. Hold up. Let me see. I might have done something. Might have messed it up. It's okay. See screen. Share my screen. Share screen. Survey says. Damn, it doesn't work. Okay. So I gotta go back and forth again. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So Paranormal Activity. Again, never seen it. I feel bad. Never seen it. Never seen it. So, but I know of your culture. I know of your impact and your cultural status on the world. So I'm gonna at least move you. Okay, now it works. Great. For a second, I thought it wasn't working. I was like, oh, like no, it's working fine. Great. Put you over here because I think Carrie might be more iconic. I don't know. I'm basing these on the idea of like how impactful they are, how iconic these movies are, but also how somewhat maybe horrifying, also how terrifying they can be. Maybe not to that degree, but definitely how much like I like it or other people like it if we haven't figured that out by now. So that's where I'm thinking here. Uh, so what's next after that? Split. Now Split. It's a really good one. Split, I think, was one that I remember really loving for sure. I wish I'd see this more often. I wish I'd see Split mentioned more often in horror movies, or at least around Halloween time, because it is such a good one. So good. And despite the fact that it is connected to the iconic M. Night Shyamalan movie Unbreakable, despite it being connected to that, this was so good. This was suspenseful. McAvoy gives such a like unexpected performance with being all these different personalities, because there's 43 or 42 personalities in James McAvoy's brain, and he does it so tremendously, and he's so great at each little one that he's done. It's great. From I think there's like Patricia's the woman, there's Kevin the child, there's the father figure, like the more mature, sophisticated man, because there's three personalities that are very more driven and focused throughout the film. And they're like, again, Patricia's the mother, that she's not really a mother, but she acts like very motherly, like very sweet, like, oh, it's okay, dear, like just don't listen to him. And then Kevin is the one that's like the crazy one. There's another one that's like the more like a sophisticated, fine gentleman. And then there's the child, and it's just like they're all just great. They like McAvoy, just it's great. I love him. And then when you have the Beast, I was like, that was cool. It wasn't anything like outstanding because I was expecting like this big mega transformation, but for what he is, this like raged caged animal, it's great. Love Split. I think it is cool that it is tied to Unbreakable, but that aside, it stands on. I think it stands on its own. If it stands on its own 2 feet, but who? I love. I'm gonna put you above it. Yeah. Hey, what's happening, TF2? What's happening? You're just in time. I'm doing a tier list. We're going through all sorts of horror movies. You have any favorite horror movies of your own? Let me know. If you have any favorite Halloween movies of yours, let me know. We're gonna go through this tier list. If you guys enjoy this, maybe we'll do more like this, like more live tier list stuff. If this works successfully, then we'll keep doing more. If not, then this was just at least a fun little thing for the Halloween month and everything. But we got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. We have an E tier that is literally just a section of movies I have not seen, and then an F tier. And so far, nothing has reached F tier. So we're gonna venture in. We're gonna do this together. All right. And then I have not seen this list, so I have no idea what's in store for me. So a lot of these are like, I'm like, ooh, I was like, I'm glad to see, and some I'm like very surprised to see and not see. Oh, okay. I can tell by the posters. Okay. So, anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let me see what food is. Escape. Oh, it's just called Escape. Escape. Gotta get away from the system here and the world to play. Yo, I have not heard that song in so many years. Wow. That my brain just remembers some really good stuff. I'm glad that my brain works sometimes. World War Z. World War Z is an interesting one as well. I feel so fucking bad because we haven't touched upon all the ones that I've seen. We've been touching a lot of ones that I haven't seen, though. It's not a tradition for me to watch horror movies with my family. That's fair. Oh, that's sad. That's unfortunate, though. I mean, it happens, though. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Understandable. But I never would have considered World War Z as a horror movie, but I guess it's considered one because, yeah, it's technically a zombie movie. But yeah, I'm gonna put you over here. Well, I don't know. Uh, I'll say, yeah, I'll put you, I think. You know what? Yeah, let's change it up. Carrie has stayed too. Carrie has taken too much of the fourth running place for a while. So I think let's give it to World War Z because of Brad Pitt. Can I show my cat? Sure. Sorry. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Blame the viewers. Hey, viewers, deal with it. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, my lord. It's not here for it, right? You're not here for it. No, it's okay. It's okay. You can stick around, but it's okay if you don't want to. Anyways, back to the tiers. Let's see. Next is Halloween. Do I have to even say it? Do I even have to say it? I mean, I don't think this is John Carpenter's first movie, but this definitely was one of his first. And that iconic theme, that iconic score he has with it, Michael Myers, and I love it more than Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just it's another one of those movies that it's just perfect. It's a perfect Halloween movie. It's a perfect horror movie. Michael is a iconic killer for a reason, and it put hang on. Shh, I know this. I know it. It put the Scream Queen on the map. Yes, that actress. It's coming to me. It's not coming to me. I know it's here somewhere. Give me a second, people. I know it. Jamie Lee Curtis. It put Jamie Lee Curtis on the map. Whether that was her first film debut or not, it still made her the Scream Queen that she is. And she's still praised as the Scream Queen that she is to this day. Want to ask, well, I don't know. I have no idea. TV viewers have asked me already. I have not viewed this list. This list is my real-time reaction because I just clicked on it and said, okay, whatever pops up is going to pop up, and that's going to give me my genuine reaction to it. Yes. So my mind's like kind of expecting certain movies, but my brain's like, if I see this movie, I'd be surprised. So let's find out. We'll find out. Maybe the FNAF movie will be on here. I have no idea. There are 100 something movies, so we have a lot to still go through. So we're gonna try and make this quick, but at the same time take our time with it. So the next one was, this looks like Cabin in the Woods, but I can't tell. I think this is Cabin in the Woods. I really don't know. I feel bad because I can't read the Spanish title because I would look it up, but I can't tell. So I think even if it is Cabin in the Woods, I will put you higher because I'll put you okay. Now I'm not being fair. I just realized because the thing is I've never seen Get Out, so I can't put it there. So actually, you know what? Here's what I'll do. If this is Cabin in the Woods, I've seen parts of Cabin in the Woods. I will remove Primal and put it here instead. and then put Cabin in the Woods here because I've actually seen parts of Cabin in the Woods. C tier right now is just the movies that I've seen parts of, and I've never fully watched them because I've seen parts of the Blair Witch Project, I think. Oh no, I've seen bits of the Blair Witch Project. I've seen bits of Cabin in the Woods. Happy Death Day, I've seen a little snippet of or two, but I've heard that like some people like even like it's okay. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult. Maybe one day, if this does really well and if a lot of more people want to see ranking like this, like live stream rankings, then maybe I'll find a tier list for Deltarune characters, even though I don't know them all. I only know of like 2, maybe 3 max. But that would be interesting. I'd do it based on design. Yeah, that's fair. Invasio zombie. So I'm thinking probably zombie invasion. Invasio. Right? Zombie. Probably just zombie invasion, right? Zombie invasion. Yep. Okay. Never heard of you, but I will put you right here. How they look. Fair enough. This is Insidious, I think. The next one here is Insidious because this looks like Insidious 2. Yep. Okay. Insidious 2, Insidious 3, Insidious. Okay. So never seen these movies, but I will say this: Insidious 2, I've heard is just kind of all right. So I'll at least put. I'll put you. I think. Put you. Let's go here. Actually, right behind Dark Web. Insidious 3, that actually might be a D tier for me because I actually really didn't care for the third movie. It was either the third film or there was one I remember called The Last Key. That one I didn't like. That one I was like, eh. Yes, it's all in Spanish. I don't know why. I didn't even know. I thought just the tier was just what I needed to fix. But all of a sudden, all the posters, most of them are in Spanish. So I have to translate some of them. Some of them are obvious. Like some of them are like Dark Web's obvious. Halloween's obvious because it's just titles. But there's certain ones that I have to translate. And some of them I kind of know. And some of them I don't know. Yeah. Right over here. Dark Web. Which is the Train to Busan? Which one? Because I've heard of the Train to Busan. No, I have no idea what Dark Web is. I've heard of it though. I don't know. E tier is literally I have never seen. A guy played recruiter from Squid. But where is the Train to Busan? Which one is it? Which one? Did I already go through it yet or no? Because I didn't go through it, I don't think. Where? Which one? Is this it? Wait, maybe this one. Is it this one right here? The guy who's holding the girl. Okay. I don't know why it's called Invasio Zombie, which is weird, but all right, whatever. I know it's meant to be like a zombie thing, but whatever. Okay, since it's the Train to Busan, that's a different story because now I actually know of its existence. I know of it. So that makes more sense. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'd put you higher. Yeah, let's put you higher. Actually, you know what? Move Primal. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna move you. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, that's fair. All right, so we know Insidious. I'll at least put Insidious up here. Actually, hold up. Now I need to really rework this whole thing. Yeah, Primal needs to go, I think, here. Now that I think about it. Yeah, now that's better. Now that looks better. Anyways, It. Well, this is It Chapter 2. I have to rewatch It Chapter 2 to really give to really have to see how I feel. Jesus. Hold on. Let me see. Like sometimes countries localize names of movies. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I've seen It Chapter 2. I need to rewatch it though to really kind of give a better thought on it. However, I like it fine from what I remember. I might have to again rewatch it, but from what I remember, I like it. I don't know if I like it more in the first movie. And speaking of the first movie, it's like one of my latest favorites or one of my newest favorites. I might even argue that it might be better than I would maybe argue with It Chapter 1. I might even argue it might be better than the miniseries. But the problem is that I would never say that because I love Tim Curry as Pennywise, but Bill Skarsgård is, a top contender. But this movie is one of my newest favorites, 100%. So I would put it, I love Split, but it's going to go before Split just because. So I think that's satisfactory for me. I'm satisfied with that. This I know is Jigsaw, or at least Saw, I should say. So I know. Oh, ooh, interesting. Okay. So Saw. I know for a fact this is Saw. I don't even need to look it up. I just know. Like the posters, some of these I just know. Saw is another one that I really loved in recent years. So for sure, I'd put it here. Well, I like Saw, but do I like it more than Split? Well, let's see how well this does, and if more people want to see live tier lists ranking like this, then I'll maybe do that next. Maybe. But I think. Saw is one of my favorite Halloween movies. It's one of my favorite horror movies, at least the first one. But do I like it more than Split? Do I like Split more than Saw? That's the thing. Both, I think, have really good endings that are kind of plot twist like. Because during Saw, if you've never seen the movie, you never would think there's, that unexpectedness to it. You'd never expect that. Because it's just the two people in this room being tormented. And you never expect there to be a wild card in there. And I think as much as they've spawned into such torture porn, I will say Saw is my favorite still, I think. A little bit more. I don't know. There's something great about like 2004. I think it came out or something like that. I say like I don't mean it literally. It's like they kept really making the torture scenes more and more intense and more gory, and they just did it just for shock value, and they kind of went a little over the top and a little bit too much and a little too far with things. And I've seen people say the terminology torture porn, but not really. It's just a terminology of like the sequels just kept going way too far with it and just come up with all these like insane things, which that's kind of the point, but to the extent of like why, like some of them it's like really. But anyways, we're going to go down. It's not literally. I can't speak for this movie because I have no idea. Sorry, not sorry. I'll put you here. Urban Legend. I've heard of Urban Legend. That's it. Sorry. I'll put Urban Legends, I think, right here. I think I see Val Kilmer in there. I can't tell. Megan? I've never seen Megan, but I am going to at least do this. I'm going to do everyone a favor. So we're going to keep going. I've never seen it. However, I'm going to put you right here. You're one of the top 3. I just don't like it. I have not, I'm being nice to Megan. I'm being very generous because I was going to put it in F tier for a second there. I'm being very nice because I've never seen the film, but I could care less for it. The dance, I know it's a meme. I know it's funny, but I feel like Megan falls into that cliche of like we've seen so many times of a doll come to life, a sentient toy come to life. I've seen these. We've seen like at least 3 or 4. This is the 4th or 5th one I've seen or I've heard of, and it's like, come on. I don't know. Yeah. Do I watch Formula One? No, never heard of it. Oh no. Either way, I've never heard of it. Either way, I've never heard of such a movie or such a sport. Maligno, or I know it's spelled differently, but I've heard of you. I don't know what to say about you, but I will at least move you up a bit. I'll move you up a little because I've heard some people like you. But I personally can't say that. I think. Or either people like you or people hate you. I can't personally say right now. What's this? Men? Never heard of Men. It looks like it says Men. Yeah. So down here. F1. Oh yeah, F1. Oh, you should have said F1. I would have known what you were talking about. I was like Formula One. I've never heard of that. F1. Yeah, I've heard of F1. I've just never seen it, but I've heard of it. Midsummer. Heard of you. I think some people like this one. I, again, don't know. I feel like people don't like you, but maybe I'm wrong. What are you? Can't make out what your Spanish title is because your text can't even tell. Oh, great. Okay, I see what I'm looking at the end here. Great. Anyways, you're gonna go over here. Let's see. Maritires. No, that's not right. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Tires. Yeah. That's not right. M-A-R-T-R. Yeah. M-A-R-T-I-R-E-S. What? Okay. Never heard of you. I'm moving you. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay, you have a great night there. Take it easy, and thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see. I'm gonna try and make this a little quicker because I have no idea how many more movies we have left. We probably have still a bunch to go through. And I've had to reposition myself because I'm sitting on the floor, and I'm not gonna have this sit on my lap. That'd be weird. So I've had to at least sit and move and reposition myself. So please bear with me. So NIN, hold on. NINGUEN. Nobody. Is that an I? I think it's an I. Nobody knows Vivo. All right? No one gets out alive. Okay, interesting. I'll put you above 1922. I think you are Nope. I think this one right here is Nope. I'm seeing NOA, NAO, hold on. NAO, OLHEI. Yeah. So, let's see. NAO, whoa. NAO, OLHEI. So OL, whoa. Google Translate, relax. OLHEI. So I'm guessing Nope, because it looks like Nope. Another one I've never seen, but I want to give you credit where credit is due. So I'm gonna put you right here. I think. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. No, Pet Cemetery. Yeah. No, that's not fair. There. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna try and breeze through this a little bit quicker. Barbarian. Never another one I've never seen, but I know that this was praised, and I know Bill Skarsgård was in this one for sure. So I know this one was a good one. I heard that this was a goodie. Nope, wrong one. Us. Finally, one I've seen. However, I don't know where to put it actually. I think it deserves at least in B tier. I think it's decent. I think it's like it's good enough. Like it's good. Don't get me wrong. I like Us. I really liked it. The ending is definitely one that again, it's one of those twists that I'm like, ooh, I was like, okay, it's interesting to me. The whole time, it's so crazy, but I love it. But yeah, I think it's good for B. Well, I like it more than Annihilation, though. That's the thing. I'm trying to make this move quicker. I'm gonna say I think. I'm reconsidering the idea. So put you right there. And I think yeah, I might put you there instead. Yeah. Now, oh God. Never heard of you. I can tell already. So you're gonna go right here. The Babadook. Oh God. Jesus Christ, you're killing me here. Jesus Christ, you're killing me here, guys. Well, not you guys personally, but this tier list is killing me so hard right now. I'm dying on the inside slowly but surely. Because I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm gonna put the Babadook at least there. I think this is Rosemary's Baby because I see Rosemary, or Rosemary's Child. I don't know. Some people talk about Rosemary's Baby or whatever it's called. Put you there for now. The Ring. Ooh. Wait, stop it. Behave. My computer's kind of being weird, but it's okay. Don't worry, I'm moving it up more. Don't worry, I'm moving it. Don't worry. I'm gonna put you. I think it's fair. You go here. I think. Yeah, I think that's fair. This is another Exorcist movie. I'm gonna put you, I think, in D tier because I just don't care. Again, there was so many of these Exorcist movies. Or not, no, Yes, actually, you know what? Yes, there were so many Insidious and so many Exorcist movies that I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. They made too many after the, and this one's the Pope Exorcist. Oh my fucking god! You know what? You know what? F, F. You didn't need to exist. You had nothing to do with the original movie. F. I remember now. God. Speaking of which, an iconic one, the one and only. Oh, God. Hold on. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm scooting it up. Scooting up a little bit. So I've seen parts of The Exorcist. I've seen half of it, maybe parts of it, maybe bits of it. Point I'm getting at is I still need to watch this one fully. However, I will give it some justice. It may not be fair, but I think it's decent enough to say the C tier is literally the movies that are either just okay or movies that are I've seen halfway through. So yeah, and I just haven't got a chance to ever finish them or anything like that. This is The Grudge, I can tell. However, oh God, help me. Actually, I put you right over. Yeah, that's fine. The Grudge. What are you though? Oh, homeless. Wait, no. Are you what I think you are? I think you are the Invisible Man. I think you are. I'm the Invisible Man. I'm the Invisible Man. See how you can't. Yup, it's Invisible Man. See, Invisible Man. I remember this bad boy. I remember you. I kind of remember you a little bit. It's been a little while, but I kind of remember you. I kind of remember you. I kind of remember you. So I'll please put you there for now. I think that's fair. It's not, you know. I think it's good enough for now. Oh, this is with Stephen Lang. Who? I forgot what this movie was called. Let me actually look up Stephen Lang because I know the movie. Stephen Lang. Stephen Lang, baby. What was it called? Oh, Don't Breathe. Oh, okay. Don't Breathe and Don't Breathe 2. Okay, and then The Old Man. But I don't know which one that is. So it looks like The Old Man. I'm guessing. Yeah, this is The Old Man. Then this is Don't Breathe. I can't tell what this is. Here. Oh, The Sixth Sense. God. We're getting real. We're getting to the real goodies. Oh my God. This is The Old Man. I will give you credit because you are Stephen Lang, and Stephen Lang's kind of cool. So I will give it to him. And honestly, I think he should play Deathstroke in the new James Gunn cinematic universe. If he doesn't, I think give it to Josh Brolin or give it to maybe give Joe Manganiello a second chance to be Deathstroke. That'd be great. Yeah, I'll put you there for now. Who else is there that I'm trying to remember those actors that I was like, ooh, these would be great for Deathstroke. Honestly, if Frank Grillo wasn't if he wasn't Rick Flag Sr., I think he would be a great Deathstroke, if I'm being frank. But no pun intended. Don't Breathe! Speaking of Stephen Lang, kinda. I'm gonna put you, I think, right over here. Yeah, Don't Breathe. Let's keep the ball rolling. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can just tell just by the posters. It's got Leatherface on there. Ooh. Ooh. Honestly, this is another one I've only seen bits of, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. It's just like it's cool. I don't know. Maybe I need to like watch it again. But the like grindhouse thing of it is great. But I don't know. Like other than that, I'm like I don't remember really anything that I can think of that was really I don't know. But I will give it its credit. This one I can't tell. Oh no. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So what is this? What are you? One. So hold on. So you are one. O-N-E. O-N-E. V-O-E. 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 I-R-O. I-R-O. Fog? Like the mist, maybe? No, that doesn't look like. Wait, maybe that is the mist, actually. That might be. Hold on. That might be Stephen King's The Mist. The Mist. I think it is, right? Isn't it The Mist? Yeah. Is it? I think it is. It is The Mist with Thomas Jane. I remember Thomas Jane. Yeah. Speaking of Thomas Jane, bro, Thomas Jane. It had Thomas Jane. I remember, Andre Broder. There was a weird appearance. There's a random supporting role by Sam Witwer. Yeah, my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Mist. I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it some more credit just for the cast itself, just for the cast alone. Bye. I think that's fair. I think that's genuinely fair. I have no idea what you are though, so I think I'm gonna put you here. 6th Sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have like the entire Scream like saga right here. Jesus. Anyways, 6th Sense. Don't worry. This is another one that I've seen parts of, but I think I like it more than The Exorcist. I don't know. Maybe I might be a little wrong. I might have to watch these two one of these days again, but I think for now, The 6th Sense can't top The Exorcist in this slot, at least. Anyways, let's keep going because there's at least a dozen more probably. Black Phone. Wish I can say I love your movie, but I still haven't seen The Black Phone. So I'm sorry, Ethan Hawke. Sorry, buddy. However, I'll put you right there. I love that. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, what the heck are you? Estranos. Sounds like I'm saying, like, I don't know. Estranos. The Strangers? Really? Doesn't look like The Strange. Oh, yeah, okay, now I see it. The Strangers, okay. I heard this movie was fine. I heard this movie was okay. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. It's fine. Actually, yeah. Right behind the Candyman remake. Yeah, I'm doing a tier list. Doing a whole live stream tier list. And if you want to see more of these live tier lists, we'll do more of them. There's a whole ass roster of just movies I've never seen. Oh, fuck. Look at that. Look at this masterpiece. Oh my god. We haven't even gotten to the poor S tier and A tiers and B tiers don't have all the ones that are really Like, I would put a lot of these up at A tier and S tier and B, but the thing is, I've never seen them. That's my only issue. Half of these, I'd say, like, look, like if I saw Get Out, A tier, this would be A tier as well. This would be at least B tier. This would be at least B tier. This might be B tier. This might be B tier. This would be A tier. This would be A tier. This might be B. Probably B. Probably B. Maybe B. Maybe even C. B tier. C tier. B. Maybe C. Maybe B. C tier. C tier. B tier. You get what I mean? But the thing is, I've never seen these movies, and some of them I'm just kind of like, eh. Some of them are eh. Some of them are like, I don't know. Anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Pearl. Pearl's a good one. Pearl, I really love. I'm a star. I swear to God, I make fun of Mia Goth, but she was fucking incredible. She really was. Actually, I think. Where would you go? Where would you go? Ty West, Mia Goth, David Cornsweet. Where would you go? This fits perfectly in B, like a high B, but I really like it a lot more than these three. Genuinely. I love that it is like this, again, like I was kind of saying with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This one, I really like that it has like not a griminess to it, but like a grindhouse thing going. But at the same time, it has like this old 1930s, 1940s Wizard of Oz type of, like Pearl. Mia Goth looks like someone that looks like the way she dressed, the way she like talks, like her Southern belle-ness. Feels like someone that, Dorothy would know. Not literally, but, like someone in that time period, like with the farm and oh, my dear Annie M and my mother and my father and stuff like that. It feels like in that time period, like whenever that was, they were trying to portray back in when Wizard of Oz was Wizard of Oz, of course. But I like that. I like the hamminess of this. Mia Goth is just, she hands it up so great. I love it. And I also love the like symbolicness that I put together with this movie. Because I was even thinking about it, that I still remember thinking of like that there's that charred boar that they have on the front porch. And then throughout the movie, it just starts slowly dying. It's decaying. Worms are eating it. It becomes soulless and a husk, and it's just, you see the holes, you see it just slowly getting eaten up and all withered away. And then I connected it to Pearl because she just goes mad, bad shit, insane to the point where it's like the deterioration in her brain. She's just like slowly giving up on life, and she's just like so done and just going crazy. And then A24 has been killing it so far these couple of years. Maxine, I will admit, was okay. I don't know if Maxine's gonna be on here, but that one was was alright. But I think for hamminess, I think for hamminess, yeah, I think this is fine. This is fine right here. But let's go back down. I keep getting ahead of myself. Scream 2. Yeah, I know where you'd go. You're an obvious, easy one for me. Who you would be? Well, a B. Yeah, B tier. I like it fine. I think it's okay. It's good. I like Scream 2. But the only thing I don't like, I will admit, is the Mrs. Loomis coming back. I've said that so many times, at least. I'm like, I don't like that. I didn't like it. It was weird. Like, all of a sudden, she's like, you killed my Billy. I'm going to come for you. And I was like, okay. I was like, sure, might as well spoof and, not spoof it, but let's, like, break the fourth wall and meta and reference like Mother Voorhees and everything. Let's do that trope like Mother Voorhees did in the original Friday the 13th. So yeah, let's do that. Sure. I liked Live Schreiber. He was the second one. He was the other Ghostface. I was like, all right, sure. I was like, cool. I like that. I Live Schreiber is one of those underrated actors that you're like, oh yeah, that guy. So 100%. Phew, this is Scream 5, I think. Is that Scream 5? Yeah, Scream. It would have been, yeah, technically it's Scream 5 because it was called Scream 2022. You. Okay, let's go. I'm going to put you up there. You're going up there. You're going up there. Wait. And actually, well, I'll be nice. I've been fair. I've been nice to this because I kind of like that. Yeah, Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and everything, and even a cameo by Billy himself. Even a cameo by Billy Loomis was actually really cool. Like a dead Billy, and then I think it was like his daughter was seeing images of her father, and he's like, "You don't want to trust this guy." And there's like Jack Quaid in there. So you know what? But I didn't like this one though because for several reasons, and I'll talk about it more again when I'll probably repeat myself, which is fine. But one, it's the fucking fact that like Wes Craven stopped at 4, and then the idea was like, we don't want to do any more Scream movies because we don't want to, disrespect Wes Craven. We want to honor Wes Craven. Wes Craven. We want to honor Wes Craven by not doing more movies. Flash forward years later, they said, let's do another one and honor Wes Craven. And I'm like, that's just your excuse to make money. And even like the ghost face are just like, it's a mix of like Jack Quaid before he was popular and famous, and then this psycho bitch that was just so easily trying to mimic Matthew Lillard's performance as Dewey, as Dewey, and I'm like, of course you got to have the one that's like the one you never suspect, the boyfriend, of course, and you got to have the one that's crazy, and I'm like, okay, but they do talk about like, hey, it's like legacy movies like The Force Awakens and other movies that are legacy films, and this is another legacy movie, and I'm like, so I'll be nice to it for now. Oh, never mind. Okay, Scream 3. Scream 3. I saw the beginning of Scream 3, so I can't really argue with it. So I can't really be like, well, it's just like, it was like the beginning of it was okay because like you had the stab movies. And I think they think there's even the reference like Jada Pinkett Smith was in it, and she was like, "Ah, there's a stab movie." Nah, and I'm like, well, I'll put you right here. Actually, yeah, I'll put you there for now because I've seen only the first part of it, the movie, so I can't say. And then also, Mage, if you want, feel free to leave whatever you want in the chat. If you got any comments, any questions, you got any favorite Halloween movies or horror movies or anything like that whatsoever, let me know down in the chat. It'd be great. Cool. Scream 4. Can't say anything about Scream 4 because I've never seen Scream 4. I don't know, just never got to it yet one of these days, but I've only seen the first two. I saw the first two. I saw the remake because Bella and I went to go see it. It was one of our first movie dates, or actually, hold on. It was our Scream 2022 was our It was, let's see. The first movie date we went on was our first date, which was Nightmare Alley. I loved Nightmare Alley. And then the second one we did, I think was Spider-Man. I think we went to see No Way Home. And then our third one after that might have been either Doctor Strange or it was Scream. It was either Scream, then Doctor Strange, or it was Doctor Strange, then Scream. I don't remember, but I remember it was somewhere in that order. And then we saw Batman. And then we saw, I think, Minions. Yeah, I think that sounds right. That sounds accurate. Anywho, yeah. Speaking of more Scream, I have not seen this one because I don't like that they keep making more, and the fact that there is more. I'm like, I was like, yay, more Ghostface. Don't get me wrong, I love Ghostface, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. Just don't like that. Like we're at Scream 7. Scream 7. We don't need the maybe we need more, but I don't think we need this many at this point. I think 4 was fine enough, really. And then they still keep going. And there's obviously going to be an 8th movie because they're probably going to have either in the 7th film or in the 8th movie, you're going to have Dewey, or not Dewey, Stu. That's it. Stu. Matthew Lillard was Stu, not Dewey. It was Stu. You're going to have Stu come back some way, shape, or form. I don't know. Even Lillard's teased it, and I'm happy for him, but I don't need another one. I'm going ahead of myself. But anyways, the first Scream, though, the first Scream is a different conversation because Scream, as much as I've been bashing the sequels, Scream on its own, the first movie, was a one of a kind. It was one of a very first of its own, where it was, not self-referential, but it knew what it was, that it was a horror movie that was also acknowledging horror tropes. And you have like the final girl moments, like I'll be right back, and the killer attacking at this moment, and then this and that. Oh, it's clear that this person's going to be the killer. And then you have this movie you have this person's going to be the killer, and you have all these like red herrings, but you also have all these reasons why this person would be the killer, but this person wouldn't be the killer. And it kind of like contradicts and throws you off, thinking like, oh, obviously the one kid that knows all this movie knowledge would be the psycho because he would know everything in a movie and know every trope. But then you also can say that he's a red herring, and even Stu at one point felt like a red herring. But of course, Stu is one of them, and then Billy's one of them. So it really played into the meta-ness of horror tropes while still being a classic horror movie. Like it fell into the tropes while still acknowledging the tropes. It was still a traditional horror movie, and Wes Craven handled this very well. So this one is still a great one. I think this might be even better than, I'd say it's better than Saw. Yeah, I like it more than Saw. I like old school slashers. Don't get me wrong, I like some of the newer movies that have come out in the past years, and the new like things and all that stuff. So yeah, because for a reason, Aliens technically it's considered a horror movie. The thing is, I haven't seen Five Nights at Freddy's yet. I have not encountered yet. This is me like reacting in real time. I have no idea what's gonna come next. It's gonna be all unexpected for me. So what was next? Anyways, Predator. Speaking of Alien, oh my god. Okay. So Predator. I would never guess it as a horror movie because to me, this feels like an action movie. This feels like sci-fi. Does it have suspense? Yeah. Does it have a mysterious creature that is trying to kill you? Yeah, but I would never say it's a horror movie. It is a great movie. I love Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers. I mean, Shane Black. Yeah, Shane Black. And a few other people in there. It's great. I love Predator. I would never say it's a horror movie though. I think I want to put it above these two because of how iconic it is, but it's not at the top of B list or B tier because it's not a horror movie. I don't see it as a horror movie, at least. I never would thought of it as a horror movie because that's sci-fi, like action, 80s, like cheese, you know? Like I would never think Rambo is considered like if it was classified as horror, like if that was on here, I would never classify that. I'd classify it as drama. I'd classify it as an action movie, but not horror. Same thing with Predator. So that's why I put it there. Next is what the hell are you? I can't even make out what that even says. All this is in Spanish and I can't even translate that because I can't even read what all that says really. It says primamento? Pramencio? No. I don't even recognize the poster, so I can't be like, oh, I know that movie. It's like, you can't really tell. So I'll put you here. And then what is this see? Psycho, iconic, Psycho. Can't go wrong with Psycho. I'm gonna put it on, moving it. I've seen parts of Psycho, but here's where I'm gonna be just a little bit not biased, but here's where I'm gonna be a little bit more like courteous because it is like one of the first horror movies. It is, Alfred Hitchcock, There's something about Alfred Hitchcock movies, there's something about old school movies. There's something about, like that character, Norman Bates. There's something about that movie. There's something about it. So I am going to personally just for the sheer iconicness, it's going up there. I know it makes no sense at all because I've these movies, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These movies I have not, I have not fully finished. Like I've seen parts of these movies, but they're here. But yet, Psycho would be in the same category. But I put it up there for more. It's more influence on horror and its influence on suspense and its influence on tension and its influence on filmmaking and iconicness. So that's why I think it goes there. Next, we're going to try and kind of go through these a little bit more. I hopefully don't want to make this super long, but we're going to try and get through. What? Okay. Some of these we're going to back soon, but Record, I've heard of, never seen, but I will give you some credit where credit deserves. You know what? Fuck it. You go right up here. Go right there, actually. Cloverfield, another one I've never seen. I've never seen the Cloverfield movies, so I'll put you right, I think, right above, right here. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Actually, no, let's do that one. No, Babadook, then Cloverfield. You, what do you say? I can't even tell at the moment. Never heard of you. 1978, never heard of. You, 1984, never heard of. Santa Maud, let me see. I feel like that's going to be self-explanatory, but let's see. Oh, it's just literally that. Okay, I hate it here. Never heard of you. Friday the 13th. Okay, so Friday the 13th. Oh, Friday the 13th. It's the first one. If this was like the second one, I might be a little more easy on. Maybe even the remake, but I'm going to put you right here because don't get me wrong. I know Friday the 13th. It's an iconic movie. I know that Friday the 13th is an iconic movie. I've seen it. I've actually watched the movie. My thing is I don't like that it's not Jason because for years I thought Friday the 13th was all about Jason. And the first movie, I was thinking, oh, okay, Jason. Like, he's the one going around killing people in Camp Crystal Lake. Okay, it's built up this idea of like, who's killing everyone at Camp Crystal Lake? Who's doing all this? Why? What for? And everything. And then literally we find it's Mrs. Voorhees. And I'm like, what? Like, first time watching Friday the 13th, and I'm like, what? And I even rewatched it like years later. I'm thinking to myself, I still really don't like this. I get the trope, but I don't like it. So, for that reason, it's going right there. Anyways, Slenderman, I heard you were shit, I think. Smile, I didn't like Smile that much. It was okay. Yeah, I heard the sequel's good, but I don't like the first one though. It's like, I'd put you right. Actually, you're gonna go right there instead. Oh God. What are you? Suspiria or something. Let me see. Suspiria. I get hysterical. Signs? That's not signs. There's no way that's not. There's no way that's signs. No, there's no way that's signs. That is not signs. Suspiria. What? It says size, but it's not signs. That's what I'm thinking. So I have no idea what you are, but I don't know. I can't tell. I feel like the translation says size, but I'm thinking, is it signs? Because that doesn't look like signs at all. Terrifier. Whew, boy. Oh boy. Oh, brother. Terrifier. You're gonna go right there. I still haven't seen you, so I'm sorry, Art. Yeah, I've never seen you. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, this is it? Holy shit! Really? Huh? Damn. Okay, so Silence. Never heard of, but it looks like I see Stanley Tucci in here. So I will at least put him in here because I'll at least put him higher because Stanley Tucci is actually kind of cool. Scary Movie? You seriously put Scary Movie here? Okay. So I am going to put Scary Movie. I'm putting it. Hold on. I'm going to move you. Keep moving you. I'm putting you here because I know you're meant to be a spoof of a horror movie, but we're gonna count this? Really? We're gonna count this? Like, I see it as a comedy, maybe. Like, it's more comedy because it's more spoof than an actual horror movie, an actual slasher movie. At least Scream, it's not spoofing, but it is, poking fun of and acknowledging those tropes, but it's also still a horror movie itself. I see Scary Movie as just a spoof of a meta movie of a spoof or whatever, a spoof within a spoof, basically. I don't know. I just don't like. It's fine. It's a good movie, but in terms of horror, no. Why is this here? I'm sorry. Like, when you had so many other horror movies you could have fucking put on here. You kidding me? I'm sorry. Whoever made this list, awesome. But no. You no clue about. Sorry. Jaws. Oh, Jaws. You're gonna need a bigger boat. We're gonna need a bigger tier list because Jaws. Where do I put you, big guy? Oh, hold on. We're gonna keep moving you up. Keep moving you. So, Jaws. Where do you go? It's one of those movies that, again, it's perfect. The characters the characters may not be perfect. But the story, the structure beats, the suspense, that's what makes horror good. And it's perfect in that sense, in that suspenseful theme, that John Williams score that makes it, what Jaws is Jaws. Just like with what makes Halloween with that score from John Carpenter. I think I'd put it here because it's just one of those that's just perfect. And I'm not even a huge fan of Jaws. Like, I like Jaws a lot, but I think that's fair. Besides, there's not many S tiers here, so I want to at least be fair and give some S tiers. And look, we got all these fucking ones that haven't been here. I forgot what you are. I know what you are. I forget what you're called, though. Quiet Place. Oh, it's another one I need to finish. But anyways, I don't recognize you at the moment. I kind of know what you are, so we're going to move you up a little bit. Move you up a little bit. Move you up a little bit. I'm going to put you right there. And then A Quiet Place. I've seen A Quiet Place, or half of A Quiet Place. I still need to finish A Quiet Place. However, I think with how, again, another directorial debut by John Krasinski. I don't know why I say another directorial debut, but I'm just saying another one because it's good. Surprising, Krasinski. I never would have thought I would have done a horror movie. He stars and directs this movie alongside his wife, Emily Blunt. And it's like, yo, this man can really do some good. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that, he can do great. And it's like, wow, you can direct. Not that I had no doubt, but it's surprising when actors take on the director chair. All right, next is Purge. You go right there, I think. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Reese's. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right. I don't recognize you, so I am sorry. VHS I've heard of, but I will move you higher up a little bit. I put you actually above that one. Yeah. What are you, though? Can't make heads or tails what you are. Thinking. I can't make out what you are. So I'll put you, I think, here. Well, actually, no, that works. X. I know I gave you shit. I remember one time, but I really technically didn't see you. So I think I'll put you right here for now. And then finally, Zombieland. This is what I mean. This is one that I don't really consider as a full-blown horror movie. Like, it's not... Okay, yes, it has the gore. It has a zombie effect to it and everything. But I never would think I'd put in horror. It's a horror comedy, but not straight horror. Like even a movie like this, that's a horror movie. Like, all these are horror movies, except for some of them. Like this, Pet Sematary, horror movie. It's straight horror. This is a straight horror one. Like, not looking at like horror comedies or horror sci-fis or anything like that. I'm looking at straight horror. So for it being a quote horror movie, it's not really a good one. But for being horror comedy, because I think it's better than Scary Movie when it comes to like horror comedies, because it's smart. It takes itself a little bit serious. And don't get me wrong, I love a good parody. Like, I love Spaceballs. I like, things like that. Robin Hood, Men in Tights. I like things like that. Monty Python. Those are some really like spoof feel vibes to me. But when you have a movie that could be self-aware and also still be taken seriously, I respect more. I respect it a lot more. That's why I respect Scream so much. And that's why I'm going to put Zombieland higher, because at least it knows the zombie tropes. It knows things like, hey, the rules, the checklist. You got to make sure to do the double tap. You got to make sure to check your doors, check like the bathroom stalls. You got to, do cardio, whatever, like all the little checklists that Jesse Eisenberg has. And like you have such memorable characters like Tallahassee, and you got Emma Stone, and you have Abigail Presley, I think her name is, or Prigley or Pregale. Hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry. Hold on. I think it is Abigail Presley. Breslin. Breslin. Breslin, which, by the way, she really matured for sure. Like, I was like, okay. I think it was interesting because, like, she was such a little kid, and then she's a full-blown, like, adult now. I'm like, damn. It's like things like that. And, like, come on. You had a great cameo by Bill Murray. Like, it's Bill fucking Murray. Come on. Like, you know what? I'd put it right here, I think. But that's so weird. You don't have, okay, so let's unpack this. So you have all the other Scream movies, but not Halloween 2. You don't have the 2018 Halloween. You don't have the Rob Zombie movie. You don't have Nightmare on Elm Street 2. You don't have Freddy vs. Jason, or you don't have Dream Warriors. You don't have like stuff like Piranha. You don't have things like what else would there be? You don't have what I know what you did last summer. You don't have Black Christmas, or you don't have Black Christmas. You don't have what are some other ones that are out there that I feel like are being forgotten a little bit. You don't have FNAF. You don't got you don't have Jeepers Creepers. You don't have Jeepers Creepers on here. You don't have The Birds. You don't have even Godzilla 1954 is considered a horror movie. You don't have the original It. You don't have the original Pet Sematary. You don't have even like stupid shit like Killer Clowns from Outer Space or Maximum Overdrive. What? You don't even have Trick or Treat? What? Bro. Okay. You don't. Okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'm fine with this tier list. I'm okay with it. I am still gonna save it because I'm just gonna do that. If I can save it, that'd be great. I know I could save it. Hold on, there's a save. There it is. Save and download. I am downloading it. All right. It is successfully saved, I think. No, but I want to download it. Let me fucking download it. Give me it. Can't see it because it's in my way. It's too much shit in the way. Close this ad. Stop seeing this ad, please. Not interested. Please go away. I can't see anything because, like, this is here. Hello? Like, I hate it here. It's okay. I'm not gonna talk about it. All right, whatever. It's fine. It's fine here now. Anyways, well, that's the tier list, I guess. Like I said, not what I expected. Like, a lot I didn't expect. A lot I was like, okay. I was like, great. Great to see this one here. But a lot I didn't expect. So we are going to come out of here. And then I think for the last couple of minutes, 10 more minutes, we'll just chat and just ask me some questions, things like that. That'll be it. So I think that's fair. And then I will start editing my video and doing some other stuff. I got I think that'll be it. And then hopefully I can have my video for Halloween, which would be great. So then I can have that ready and that'd be good. I do need some water, so I will say that, or grab something to drink. That harmony was so good. Not even Poltergeist. Not even like, come on. Well, Gremlins. Well, I guess you could kind of say it's like a horror movie in a way, but like it's not really. I wouldn't put it alongside movies like Halloween or Friday the 13th or even Saw. I wouldn't put it in that category. It feels like a family movie that's just like a very PG film that feels like, oh my gosh, they got away with that. That's what it feels like to me. So kind of, but I would see it more as like Halloween-ish, more Christmas-ish kind of. I'm thinking here. I don't know. Some of these were interesting, but let me see. Can I please let me download this? I can't see it. Get out of here! I don't want this thing here. Go away. Stop advertising your stuff, Google. Stop seeing this. Not interested. Go away. Please go away. Can't even see it. I want to save it, but what? There it is. I can't fucking try to create an account. Let's see. No, I don't want to create an account. I just want to download this. Save and download. Download image. Download image. Download it now. No, I want it downloaded. Download it. Not whatever you're doing. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just tab it. Bookmark it. Favorite. I would click out of that. I would exit out of my tier list, but then that would trigger probably a copyright because the next tab next to my tier list is I was trying to listen to some videos and other stuff, so I don't want to click that there. Probably would get copied. Probably, I'm guessing. Psst. Dude. He don't care. He don't care. But actually, while I have you guys here, what do you guys gonna do doing tomorrow? Because I have work and I may or may not have plans tomorrow, but either way, I am going to at least dress up tomorrow at work. I'm curious. I think we're not allowed to have masks, but even if we were allowed to, I am not gonna have the mask I'm putting on. Because when I put so this makes no sense, but to me this makes sense. So when I was scheduled to be working tomorrow, I wanted to get a costume. Now you're thinking to yourself, don't you already have costumes? Don't you already have stuff you can use? And why spend money? You're right. But here's my thought process is that I didn't want to take any of my Spider-Man costumes or wear them to work, because when I go into work, and this is how I think, is that, the clothes I wear, the uniform I wear, whether I'm in the kitchen or not, there's that smell of the sweat, smell of the kitchen, the heat, fries, all this shit that kind of it flows in the air, the ozone and the oxygen, whatever. So I don't want that smell on my Spider-Man suit. And you're thinking to yourself, just wash it. Yes. But yes, you're right. And at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to ruin that outfit. I don't want to take it to work and all these other things. And like standing, if like I'm gonna stand in the heat, if I sweat in it or anything like that, I'm just like, I don't want any of that. I'd rather like take it to a convention or just do something else with it or like wear it outside of work. But I decided to get a different costume just for this reason. And I'm kind of glad I got it because like it fits fine, but there's still a little like loose ends on the spandex that I got. And then when I put it on, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of see it a little bit. So when I take it off, I'll put it in the wash and then let it like shrink a little bit, and maybe that'll like help create something. You should watch it right now. You should watch that right now, right this second, right now. As a matter of fact, let's watch it right now. Actually, no, let's not watch it right now because that might not get me into a good. That might not be good right now. So let's not do that for the time being. You should seriously watch it. Genuinely, those are really good. I literally just watched the first episode of season 2 3 times already. I watched it last night and I watched it twice today already, and I'm so wanting to watch it again. But I'm like, I don't want to keep. I want to keep watching, but I'm like, let me not. They're too good. They're good. Oh my god, they're so good. And I'm not even just saying just to be hype. I'm like genuinely, I like these 2 introductions to the second season. Christ. What? Yeah. A couple more minutes, guys. If you have anything else you want to suggest to me, feel free to let me know. But no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that at all. We ain't doing that today. No. Nope. Yeah, it's fine. No, we ain't gonna do that. That I'll have to look at later. Oh my god, that's wild. That's wild. No, I'm so tempted to watch it. Like I might watch it again, but I'm gonna definitely watch it after this. So that's great. But no, I really think these 2 episodes are really good because it has some really, of course, it has some really great songs, but um, I definitely like that there's a lot of like still recovering from the last season because Charlie's still going through what happened during the whole extermination, and then the V's are now taking advantage of things, and then we see other stuff happen on the other side of things, and it's cool. And the first 2 episodes actually almost like connect because how the first episode ends and the second episode kind of ends the same way. It's kind of cool. It's neat. And that's all I'm going to say. But oh my God, like the songs are killer. The songs are so killer. Like the villain songs have stepped up a notch, I think. I don't know if they're going to be, I don't think they're as good as Hell is Forever or Stay Gone, but I think they have potential to really like they've stepped up their A game, I think, with this in terms of the quality and in terms of the performances, and especially Lute. Oh my God, Lute in the second episode just kills it. She goes not insane, but she is now has not free range, but because now that Adam's gone, you have a lot of turmoil and a lot of emotions that she's feeling, and the actress gets to really decide to no longer be second fiddle and kind of shine and brighten up in the forefront, and it's like it's incredible. It's awesome. I was like, wow. It's like she's really going for it. I'm like, props to the actress, props to whoever, I forget the name of Luke's actress, but props to her because now again she's no longer in the back. She's no longer in the back. She's no longer the right hand man. She's now the man's gone, and she is sent front and center of everything. So she has more to do, which I think is great. And oh my God. Oh, oh God, I cannot stress it enough. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, I think, is fair. And then that'll be it. And then I'm gonna wrap up. So that sounds fair, I think. But maybe we'll do more like this. I'm not too sure entirely. I'll think about it. Not too sure. We'll see. I mean, Mark Spark, someone who I know, said for me to do rank the Disney movies from like 1930 to 1949 or something like that. And like it's basically like I forget which era that is, but that has they said hold on, that had I think like Bambi, Pinocchio, some other movies like that. I think Fantasia, maybe, I'm not sure, but I thought about doing that as a video, but then I was like, I don't know how to do that. And then I realized maybe this would be a better format if this works, since the Muppets Haunted Mansion we did, there was like I was able to share my screen, and I didn't know I can do that. Now I can, so that's great. And also, I'll have an annotation of that probably at the end after this is a video, and at the end of this, so I'll have that at one point, and I'll have some other stuff you guys can go check out later too. It's every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I think it is. I think that's what it is every Wednesday. There'll be 2 episodes, I think, each Wednesday. Or it might be 1 each, I think. I'm not sure entirely. But I saw someone say each Wednesday, each month. So the next one would be November 5th. So I think that'd be great. But I think that's gonna do it for now, people. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all tuning into this. I appreciate it. And like I said, maybe we'll do more like this, maybe we won't. Not too sure. We'll see what happens. But as always, if you like this video, please smash that button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to us videos every day, every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every day, every week. Share the video with your friends. All the good stuff. For more, leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it. I'll look at it as best as possible. I'm glad I was able to do this again, set this up, and I think this will probably be like not the hub, but this will be like the spot we'll do for things like this, because I don't know. I didn't want to keep doing, I don't know. Like, as much as my room is a lot more pleasing and a lot more like things to look at, I don't know. I kind of wanted to at least be like, let me just take this out here instead, because I feel like this is easier. I don't know. I don't have like really a table to set up the computer, and I can at least sit kind of normal here somewhat, even though I can sit normal fine in my room. But anyways, but yeah, I'll have an annotation to the Muppets Haunted Mansion, like the link over there. I'll have a playlist for hold on. Annotation for Muppets Haunted Mansion. Over here will be when we did Alien vs. Predator. I'll have, hold on, over here, something else. I'm not sure what, probably a playlist. And then over here will be, I don't know, something. I'm not sure. And if any of you that did tune in during the stream, you all get shout outs. So I want to make sure all of you got shout out. And don't worry, in the last stream, which actually I'll have right here, was our Marvel Rivals stream we did. Unfortunately, that crashed. Earlier on during this stream, I mentioned everyone that was there. So I'm going to mention who was here for this stream. And if you want to be mentioned and shout out during the stream, just, say hi maybe. If you want to converse with the chat, that's great too. If you want to like at least just stop on by, say hi, then I can, see who was here. So Mage Wolf was here, Ruben was here, Tom was here, Brandon Williams was here. Also TV Iris was here, and then TF2 Soldier was here. And then my beloved showed up just for a nice little cameo, just because she just because. Anyways, I'm going to, like I said, work on that video I have in mind for Halloween. So like a Halloween special, if you will. Hopefully I can get it in. And I'm probably going to do some other things while I'm here. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.